What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Lunch with Steel. You know, if you're new here, this is the kind of the series where a little something to spur the moment, where you literally going to lunch with Steel, baby. You know, I'm gonna start doing these on a regular tip as well. Just kind of trying to keep things in a flow, man. I'm trying to get into a flow state with this stuff. But anyway, honey, we stay on deck. Let me know if you rocking with that. For the lunch meat, doing a little chicken rotisserie. That's usually what I go for. You can use high grade deli meat if you're into that. But I typically just make a little sandwich throughout the week on a daily basis just to give me some fuel, but not too much because I don't like feeling heavy, especially during work. During work, man, never good. Or you got to get stuff done throughout the day. It don't ever feel good trying to be heavy and moving around. It's too much. Anyway, but just threw the meat on there. About to top that off, but as you can tell, we see what we're getting into. Shout out to Wario64, super dope dude in the community. But Xbox came through and said they doing the next generation, baby. I know a lot of people were kind of like, I don't know, still, I don't know, man. The Xbox, they're getting up out of here, bro. They're not making another console. And lo and behold, look at what they're doing, man. So, but they go on to say, we've established a strategic multi-year agreement with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles. Together, we're delivering deeper visual quality, immersive gameplay, and AI-powered experiences, grounded in a platform designed for players not tied to a single store or device and fully compatible with your existing game library. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to give y'all my 2 cents on this, and we can go from there. I've been on the side that Xbox is, again, it's always going to be more of an ecosystem thing for me than anything, right? So this thing just likes to do whatever it wants to do, whenever it wants to do it. Anyway, for Xbox, it's always going to be an ecosystem thing. Mind you, they are now starting to try and play into something that is a strength for them, right? Software, services, delivering things in more places than you could have previously, right? Now, people thought that this was something that is not necessarily viable in the gaming space or something that kind of should be ignored. Again, my idea on exclusives is going to be different from most. I don't see the point because I want more people to be able to play together than ever previously, for you to have more access to content more than ever before. And the thing about it is, because we are in an era where we are getting more content than ever before, you have to make this content available to as many people so you don't, that's essentially stifle creativity. You know what I mean? So people can get out there and people can experience the different products and different services that they're available to them. Let me throw this mayo on here real quick. There we go. So, with that being said, I think I am somebody who believes in the vision of what Xbox is doing, right? But again, that's because I've always wanted more people to have access to content just overall. I think that's something that I carry kind of across the board for me personally. Now, I get not everybody sees it that way, but let's truly ask ourselves, what is different this generation that wasn't a thing like previously, right? Well, one, I would say the digital space, right? More digital content than ever before. It's an 80-20 split in the favor of digital versus the 20% physical, right? So you kind of see how things are going. Not only that, but the types of people, the gen behind me, the type of games that they're into is not the same type of games that we was into back in the day, right? That was pushing that needle, right? So, and that's something that you have to take in consideration. So if we're going to want more people to create the kind of games that we like, over the top, AAA, AA, whatever you see, whatever you think that is for you, you have to start opening things up more. Whether it's PlayStation delivering more games to PC, I'm not saying that everybody has to do the exact same thing that Xbox is doing either, right? Just Xbox tried to play the game a certain way. Now we're finding out that it's not just because people always say, well, you know, if they just made good games, people would come. Okay, well, they made good games, arguably, and not everybody transferred over, right? And Xbox has time and time again leaned on the fact that, hey, we lost the most important generation to lose in that Xbox One, PlayStation 4 generation, right? People created their digital libraries. It kind of things ended up being the way they are, and arguably, people are more excited than ever before to play Xbox games, no matter where they're at. So it's not like Xbox didn't have good games, it's that people didn't want to get that platform to play those games because they already have a platform they believe in. So again, I think it's super dope. I'm gonna be somebody who's gonna cop that next Xbox just because I do believe in the ecosystem and everything that it provides, whether it be the cross-platform play, whether it be the cloud saves, whether it be, and again, I'm somebody who's on PC as well, right? I've been on PC since Windows 95, man. So I have both sides of that experience, but having that console experience or just the idea of getting a console experience that is going to have availability for you to have access to more content than ever before, it's a win-win scenario for a lot of people. Again, I think the numbers were saying that there's over 1,800 games or more that are being made on a yearly basis. I think that might be, I mean, again, correct me in the comments, it may be even more than that. That might be on a monthly basis. Again, I'm just trying to go off the top of the dome, doing a little video for y'all, talking about what's going on in the industry, man. But if you like this content, you like what I'm getting into here, like with the Lunch with Steel, where you eat a little something with me, let me know, man, in the comments below. Hit that like on this side for me if you can, and also follow me everywhere, man. Steel Rain, that T is a 7. Type it in Google if you can, but other than that, you can mainly find me living split screen every Saturday morning on YouTube, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. UK time. Steel out, baby. Hopefully y'all like this layout, man. I want to do a little something different. Do a little multi-screen in action with the Galaxy. You know what I mean? But anyway, much love, y'all. Y'all be safe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.